What are some simple things to look for if you're concerned that your child is pathologically demand avoidant or has a survival drive for autonomy? So the first thing to think about is just whether or not when your child their brain perceives that they've lost autonomy, freedom, choice, or equality to you or someone around them, if they have an immediate and almost impulsive reaction. And this can be fight, flight, which is more defiant, oppositional, aggressive, or freeze, which is shut down, maybe like going up in a turtle ball, putting their head on a table, etc. Okay, but what this looks like in terms of the behavior, which is the effect or outcome of what's going on in their nervous system, is in terms of autonomy. This might mean like when you ask them to do something, it's an automatic no, but they might do it on their own if it's their choice. If you ask them a direct question, they might say no, stop talking. They might scream or growl. If they have more of a flight response, they're going to be climbing on the backs of couches, on the ledges of windows, on top of the car if they don't want to go into school. It's a flight response. And if they have more of that freeze response, you might see tears, a disassociated look in their eyes. In terms of equality, they may need to always be first or else they have a reaction. So pushing you away on the stairs so they can be first, pushing you past a sibling aggressively every time to get outside of the car first. And if they can't, they have a huge meltdown, always having to have the last word. Verbally, if you're trying to ask them a question or connect on something you need information about, they might impulsively interrupt you, change the subject. If you continue, they might start lying in ways that don't seem that relevant or things you'd need to lie about. And may continually change the subject in terms of like, hey, I just got to this level on Pokemon, or I got a good grade in school, and trying to divert from the demand or the loss of autonomy that's coming from you trying to say like, it's time to go to the grocery store, or, you trying to get information about whether or not they did their homework. Okay, the other thing you're going to see is the need for constant undivided attention, and when you don't provide it, an immediate escalation. So incessantly interrupting you when you're in a conversation with a friend or a spouse, when you're trying to have a phone conversation, when you divert your attention to do any household chores. So those are the things I would be looking for as a first clue.